Alrighty, chat. So we are here for a little chill stream. This one kind of came out of nowhere. I just decided about 10 minutes ago that we were going to do this because I remembered that we've got ourselves another YOL Squad donation to do. Now, it's not nearly as big as the last couple ones have been, but we did promise from our stream the other day that 50% of all donations and ad revenue would go back to the YOL Squad. Let's actually see. I don't even remember what our donations looked like that day. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to donate about $10 here, it looks like, to the YOL Squad tonight. And then after that, we're just going to chill. We're going to chat here with viewers. We might even hop on some Roblox Twisted, just discuss, just do all that nice fun stuff. As you can tell, probably just by my voice in general, but also in the title, I am sick right now. A little under the weather, no pun intended. But we need to keep our promise. So I'm going to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable and that we're doing that. And again, I don't have anything else to do tonight. So I figured just before I go to bed here, we could go ahead and do a little chill stream. Just give me just a second. We may even get the boys on here later. Again, sorry if I'm a little low energy tonight. We're just kind of chilling here. Yeah, it kind of just happened today. I'm kind of thinking it's more so allergies than anything else. But it's rough, dude. I've had a sore throat and a stuffy nose all day. But it's likely just allergies because I've spent all day outside. What's up, Galaxy, Mr. Twister, Henry, Severe Weather? We are going to see if we can hit 3,970 subs tonight. That's going to be our goal for tonight. We'll go ahead and copy and paste that from our other tab here. We're going to go ahead and throw that right up above our sub count there. Again, bottom left-hand corner of your screen is a live sub counter. What's up, Misty? Yeah, it's just that typical, I really think it is pressure changes. Because obviously we've been going back and forth here quite a bit in the Midwest. And I know a lot of people that causes bloody noses in, but it can also cause, allergies, headaches, all that sort of nasty stuff. And I think that's probably what I'm getting it from. You got an eye infection? That sucks. I hope you're doing better. That is rough. That is not very nice. I've never had, pink eye or anything like that, but I've had some friends that have, and from what I've heard, it is awful. So, my prayers go out to you. Hope you're doing better. But yeah. So again, we're just kind of chilling here tonight. We don't really have anything too serious to talk about. Again, there are a couple of topics that I do want to briefly touch on. And again, we are going to do that YOL Squad donation here very shortly. Again, not a huge one or anything like that, but again, every little bit helps. So we're going to try and do our part. I just realized I'm going to have to grab my wallet to do that. Again, I'm just kind of chilling tonight. So if you want to stay here and chill with me, feel free to. But outside of that, I don't have a lot else to say here for the intro. So we're going to wait for some more folks to tune in, and then we'll get right into the action here tonight. Just give me just a sec. I'm going to go ahead and share this out with the boys and everything like that. And we may have them popping in a little bit. I don't know how many of them can call. I think Jesse's still up. Maybe Levi, but I know he's been pretty busy today. So we'll find out. I don't know about Vincent. But, yeah, dude, I mean, it's going around. Again, it's pretty typical, too, whenever we enter a new season, for that kind of stuff to go around. And that's exactly what's happening here. But again, I'm taking some medicine, and I'm trying to push through, guys, but you know how allergies and colds and everything like that can be. They are not easy to overcome in a day. And again, I really only started feeling bad this morning, and then it just gradually got worse throughout the day. Again, I can't really breathe out of my nose right now, so sorry if the breathing's kind of loud because I have to do it out of my mouth. So I'm sure that's going to get annoying very quickly because I know what that sounds like over the microphone. But, what can you do? We have 0 latency on for this stream, so you guys should be hearing everything basically in live time with maybe, up to a 3 to 5 second delay. Because obviously it's not going to be, entirely instantaneous down to the split millisecond, but this is as close as it can possibly get. Because we don't have that many, different tabs or anything like that open tonight, so I figured we should be good to do an ultra-low latency stream here for y'all. Let's go ahead and zoom myself in here like this. I want to get it to the point where I don't have to worry about the sub counter covering me up here. We could just go ahead and shrink that down a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, nice. So again, how's everybody doing tonight? We're going to wait for a couple more people to tune in here. Again, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Can barely eat once a day anymore. That's rough. Yeah, I know that that was one of the biggest symptoms with COVID. Whenever it was at its peak, was you can't eat anything, you can't taste anything, you can't smell anything, and sometimes that lasts for years for the people that contract that. So I'm sure that sucks. But again, I'm gonna try and talk very softly. I'm not gonna raise my voice this stream. One, because I'm sick, but also because it's late at night. I'm going to try to keep giving it rests. If needed, I'm going to go grab some water. Because it would be pretty stupid of me to, do a 15-hour stream where we're screaming all night while I am sick. So anyway. Gotta go for now, but if you need someone to call with, just give me a ring. Alright, sounds good. Peace out, Mr. Twister. Yeah, I had COVID at least once, probably twice, but I only got it confirmed once. And again, obviously it's different for everybody, but since I am younger, it didn't affect me as much as it does for, the elderly. Stuff like that. But, it was just like a weaker version of the flu for me. Because I've had both the flu and COVID, and again, it's different for everybody, but in my experience, the flu was far worse. And that was even just with influenza B, which is less intense, far less intense than influenza A, because influenza A can get people hospitalized and stuff. But yeah, I think tonight I've just got, general allergies, cold maybe. But, take some medicine, get some rest this weekend, and we will be all healed up for what looks to be a somewhat decent severe weather outbreak, at least the potential for one across parts of the Ohio Valley on Monday. Let me go ahead and get a screen share up here for you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at. We'll get we don't want a browser, we want screen capture. Alright, we'll do that, and then we'll shrink you down to size. Alright, looks about right. Just keep shrinking it there. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at on my screen here. Go ahead and shrink that down a little bit more. We have a slight risk of severe weather now in place. 4 sections of the Ohio River Valley on Monday, as well as portions of northern Appalachia. This goes from the Pittsburgh metro back down to Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I will be honest, I'm not fully certain where they're getting this from. We have a decent signal on some wind shear and a very small amount of CAPE out here in this environment. But whenever the Day 5 slight risk was issued, we were looking at 200 surface-based CAPE maximum on the GFS model. Now, again, obviously there's room for stuff like that to uptrend, but usually they don't issue a Day 5 slight whenever you're only dealing with, 200-300 CAPE. That almost never happens. So this was a bit of a shock, but there is quite a bit of wind shear out here in this environment for Monday. Again, if we go ahead and bring up pivotal weather here, we'll kind of take a look deeper at what we're talking about on the NAM model. If it would like to load, that would just be spectacular. But of course, it doesn't want to work with us tonight. I just realized the screen's just barely covering up my face there, so we'll move that down. There we go. So if we take a look at the NAM model here, we switch things over. Say we'll look at our probably 66. Severe weather, if we look at the surface-based CAPE values, these are your instability values pretty much. You're talking about, again, maxing out at about 400 joules per kilogram of CAPE across sections of eastern Ohio, which is nowhere near enough to spark any sort of even, minor tornado threat in 99% of situations. Now, it has happened before where we get tornadoes in 300 CAPE environments, but again, not very often. What we're likely looking at here and what the SPC is likely highlighted that day 5 and now at day 4 slight risk 4 is a wind threat. Again, this is a very typical setup to see as well actually in the early time of spring, which is not something that a lot of people talk about, but a severe weather season does start to ramp. Whoa, severe weather with the 1-month membership on the slight risk level. I thought I already did this, but I guess not. Anyway, feel better, Davis. Keep up the great work. W Severe Weather in the chat. Thank you so much. Members get access to members-only videos, exclusive stickers to use in chat, and more. Huge shout-out to Severe Weather for renewing their membership. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Throw those W's down below in the chat. That is amazing. Again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, and again, I appreciate the get well soon wishes, because, it's rough right now. It is, but thank you so much. Yeah, it's nice to see the ultra-low latency kicking in, so I don't have to react to donations 30 minutes late. But in all seriousness, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, and you've been sticking around for a long time on the channel, and that's awesome. So, again, we're going to have a decent amount of wind shear out here in this area. We're about 60 knots of wind shear or so close to the surface level here. This is at the 500 millibar area, the layer of the atmosphere there, whenever we're talking about the greatest overlap of wind shear and convective available potential energy. Now, if we actually take a look at the significant tornado parameter values here on the NAM model, again, you can see that they're not anything spectacular because we don't have hardly any CAPE in this environment. Now, it does get up to about a 1 for a very brief period of time. They're not even at a 1, but it gets close to a 1 in portions of eastern West Virginia. So we'll go ahead and nitpick a little sounding from that region. You can see that the possible hazard type is tornado. Actually, I don't know if you can see that because the screen is so small for you. Let's go ahead and fix that. If we go ahead and move this layer down, then we can just go ahead and make this a lot bigger. Wait, we still need it to be... Wait, am I stupid? Oh, yeah, I am. Just shrink this down. Okay, that's good. Then we'll put you up there. Alright, sweet. And then, again, this is very scuffed because I was not planning on doing a chill stream tonight. We'll throw you in the bottom right-hand corner, Davis. Again, very small face cam right now, but... again, just temporary. So here's a sounding that we nitpicked there from central West Virginia. Again, you can see that there is a very brief, low-end signal for a tornado threat just based off of the supercell analogs. Again, in this particular spot in the environment here in central West Virginia, we did manage to pull a sounding with 82.3 CAPE and 650 surface CAPE, but even then, 650 surface CAPE, not a whole lot to work with, as many of you probably know. Lapse rates are going to be decent, ranging anywhere from 6.5 back up to 8, depending on which layer of the atmosphere you look at. I do actually think that we're going to have a decently steep hail threat, as, again, those lapse rates look pretty impressive, and there is somewhat of a drop-off in dew points in the higher levels of the atmosphere, and our hail analogs there have picked up on at least a nickel-sized hail analog that matches up pretty well with this event. Now, again, we're not talking about a whole lot of CAPE in this environment, but we do actually have a decent amount of wind shear. We're talking about 61 knots of shear at the effective layer, which is definitely enough for us to end up seeing at least a damaging wind threat, and again, potentially a couple of tornadoes if it does overlap with any of those areas where we do have slightly elevated CAPE values. We've got SRH values ranging anywhere from 2 to 300, again, depending on which layer of the atmosphere you look at, which is pretty low, but again, it's enough for these storms to work with. So again, in my opinion, from what we've seen so far, I would not have the confidence to throw out a day 4 slight risk, but the SPC did, and obviously they know more than I do, so trust them over me. I'm just kind of giving my general thoughts right now, but personally, I do think that we are going to have a chance to at least see a couple of brief spin-up tornadoes somewhere in eastern Ohio or West Virginia. I don't think it's anything crazy. However, we will have a live stream out on Monday almost certainly because a damaging wind threat, as I said, does look to be prevalent pretty much no matter what happens from this point forward for the kinematics of the event. If we go back to pivotal weather here, you can see what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and go back over to our NAM model, and we'll look at the composite reflectivity. We are looking at about, again, kind of hour 69 through hour 72 here. You can see that we are going to have at least a decently connected line of storms that are moved through portions of western and central Pennsylvania, as well as eastern Ohio. Again, that linear threat typically does bring an enhanced chance for damaging wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or greater. Again, it doesn't even look super impressive from a damaging wind standpoint, but I wouldn't rule out some isolated damaging gusts across portions of western New England or the eastern sections of the Ohio Valley. But again, the tornado threat looks very low at this time, very, very low, but we can't entirely rule it out. It just is all going to depend on how this event trends over the next few days, because if we get another downtrend in gate values out of this event, we're not seeing anything. It's not happening. But if we do see an uptrend in those gate values and a slightly better storm mode once the more close-range models start to come in, we could be talking about actually a pretty decent chance of a couple of tornadoes across sections of the eastern Ohio Valley. So again, it all depends on the trends here of these models over the next few days. What's up, Sanja? Anyway. Let's get right into this Y'all Squad donation. Let's do what we promised, because I'm going to be honest, I just typed in Y'all Squid. I'm starting to get a little stuffy here. Again, I don't know how much longer I can do this. So let me go ahead and grab something really quickly, and I will be right back. What's up? I don't know why I came back in like that, but I did. So here we go, chat. I do have to unfortunately blur the information from this part, but I will show you the actual donation message whenever it happens, just to prove that we did do it. I guess I can show you this part. I want to do $10. Write us a comment. What should we write for a comment this time? Should we go back to the old Chat GPT? What should we do? I want to do something goofy. I don't want to be annoying, though. What do we do here, chat? Dude, I'm trying to push through. Again, I really should be getting some sleep right now, so I'm probably not going to be live here for too much longer. Just kind of hopping on briefly tonight while I have the energy, too, because I don't have much else to do. What should we write? We'll just say, I'm sick, but I promised. I don't think they read those messages anyways. So, I don't think it really matters. But we'll go ahead and throw that up there. And again, I do unfortunately have to blur this part out, because this is going to reveal some personal information here very shortly. Okay, we want to do that. My name is Davis. Okay. Here we go. Here's the fun part. Alrighty. So, got that. And just entering some details right now. And we got that. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Donate $10 one time, yes. Okay, I think we should be good. Dude, let's hope not, Footy. That was actually such a huge L. Okay. Says thank you for donating to Y'all Squad Incorporated. So I think we worked. I think we're good. But again, I thought that last time too, and we certainly were not. So I think we did it. So we're good. Sweet. Kind of confused on what to do now. Again, I'm tired, guys. I'm sick. It's not the best, but what can you do? So, again, if y'all have anything else that we should discuss tonight, that would be great. Because I didn't come here super prepared, I'll be honest. Again, I'm sick tonight, so I think I get a pass, but I don't think all this talking is helping. And if you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We do severe weather coverage every day for areas all across the country. Over this unbelievably active stretch of weather over the past couple of weeks, we have done dozens of hours of coverage for those in need. And again, we try to give back to good causes like this as well. So anyway, what's up, Matthew? How's it going? But, you know what? Here's what we could do. YouTubers always love to do this. Which of my subscribers has the most subscribers? This trend was started by Jack Sucks at Life, and then everybody stole it on top of him. Now, this is only my public subscribers list. These are the members right here. Members are amazing. And again, I can't thank you guys enough because you are legitimately what keeps this channel going. I would not be able to do this often if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to all the members. Again, that's awesome. But anyway, as I was saying, which of my subscribers has the most subscribers? Let's find out. Thank you, Tuck. Let's do this. We need to go to analytics. No, we need to go to dashboard. Sorry, I spaced out there. Dang it, I didn't click on subs. Dude, I've got to blow my nose. This stream is going to be very, very brief. This might be one of the worst streams of this channel. Anyway, these are the most subscribed to subscribers over the last 90 days. So, Jacob VR. Let's see what he does. I would guess VR content. Looks like he's privated all of his videos that got him to 5K subs, so fair enough. Then it's Cachet87. Let's see what we got here. Repent, Jesus coming soon. I like that. I like that. Sweet. I kind of like a lot of this stuff. I support these messages. We're going to drop a sub back to them. A lot of country music stuff as well. Keep in mind, guys, this is only people with their subscriptions public. Thank you, Matthew. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, dude, it's crazy because getting 100K on TikTok, I feel like is, and again, I can't personally say this because I don't have 100K on TikTok because I don't do TikTok. I just feel like it is so much easier than getting 100K on YouTube. So I understand your struggle, and I hope you're doing well with that. But thank you so much, Matthew. So anyway, here's the lifetime. Well, Freddy does not have his subscriptions public, so we can't see if he's subscribed or not. We think he is. He's tuned into the streams quite a few times, but we can't guarantee that. My most subscribed subscriber with their subscriptions public is Tanner Charles, which is awesome. Tanner Charles is legitimately one of the best storm chasers in the game. He's been doing this for so long now. If you watch one of his videos, watch the Hedrick, Iowa video. Watch the Hedrick, Iowa video. It is unbelievable. Again, incredible storm chaser based in Minnesota. One of the best out there, and I cannot believe that he subscribed to me. That's crazy. After that, it's Andrew Goff. A lot of radio stuff, so that's pretty cool. I've been subscribed ever since he subscribed to me, which was a long time ago. For a while, he was my most sub. Then we got Earth Central. I'm assuming they subscribe for weather-related stuff, because they've got, that is going to get me copyrighted. Matthew, streaming is a really good way. Streaming helps out a lot. If I didn't stream, I still wouldn't be monetized at this point. So streaming, if you can, streaming is the way to go. I promise you, it is a life. It's a game changer. I was gonna say a life changer. That's not necessarily true. But yeah, they do like weather-related stuff as well as just natural disasters in general. After that, we got Polish guy. He's been subbed to me for like 3 years now, and this is pretty funny. He made a community post about me like 3 years ago. If we can find it here, that would be hilarious. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So, this was one of my worst videos of all time. Don't go watch it. But he said I'm better than Dream. He doesn't like Dream very much, because this was, you know, Dream cheated. Let's hate him era. So, there you go. I'm famous. Again, this is like, look at that. That video was literally published 3 years ago. Yeah, that's real. Real Matthew. But again, I couldn't believe whenever I saw those shouted out. It got me like an extra 10 views, which back in the day was huge. Then after that, it's PA Storm Trackers. We know them. We love them. You guys know them too. They have been nice enough to let us use their footage whenever they go out on some of these incredible chases that they do. If you haven't already, go sub to PA Storm Trackers. Do it, dude. They're unbelievable. I got to meet them in real life too at National Storm Chaser Summit. It was amazing. It was genuinely one of the best weekends of my life. Again, got to meet so many awesome people, including them. So that was awesome. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. You know who thought he could sneak by without me noticing his donation? Once again. Ladies and gentlemen. You know what? There's two people that you're probably suspecting right now. So, we're going to run a poll. I want you guys to guess. I don't even know if he's watching or not. You guys know it's one of these two people. So we're going to run a poll. Who was it? Again, you guys know the names at this point. They are so goated, both of them. They're both incredible. But who was it? Which of the goats was it, guys? Answer up that poll. And again, this goat, we are about to give you an unbelievable shout out here. Which goat was it? Dude, Severe Weather's a goat as well. Oh, we see the poll. Whoa, 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 whoa. Matthew, with the Extreme Risk membership. Ladies and gentlemen, that is insane. Mesoscale Matt with the Extreme Risk membership. W. Matthew in the chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, dude. That is insane. You were goated for that. Again, members get access to exclusive content, member shoutouts at the end of every single forecast, special stickers to use in stream chats. These are some of the ones that we have right now. I want to get more out in the future. But, dude, you're insane. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate helping out a smaller content creator. That's awesome. Everybody go subscribe right now. He's been trying to switch things over to YouTube. I'm not even subscribed. I'm not goated. What am I even doing? I'm not even subscribed. That is so sad. I'm so sorry. I just got exposed live on stream. That is so embarrassing. Anyway, go subscribe to Mezzo Matt. Right now. Right now. Because he's goated. So. Anyway. As we were saying, who's the goat? Well, they're both goats. Everybody is a goat in this chat, okay? Which goat was the one that did the goated activity today? Folks, it was William Span with the $30 donation. W. William in the chat right now. Again, I would be saying this louder, but people in my house are trying to sleep. So W. William with the $30 dono. That is incredible. That's insane. W. William in the chat, boys. I don't even know if he's watching or not. He just dropped the... No, he donated that at 8:05 this morning. So it was not even during this stream. That is hilarious. Anyway, W. William, thank you so much. That's incredible. We love William around here. He's goated, bro. Again, him and Alan, they always try to sneak by without donating. See, I definitely recognize your name, Matt, but I don't use TikTok like at all. I don't have TikTok. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find it. Mesoscale Matthew. Or is it just Mesoscale Matt? I guess it is. But seriously, W. Allen, W. Matt, W. Severe Weather as well. Look at that. Mesoscale Matt. Meso Matt. Go follow him right now if y'all use TikTok. Does similar kind of stuff that we do. It's incredible. Go drop him a follow, folks, if you like this kind of stuff, because he's goated. Anyway. What does that put us up to donut-wise? So we had the 20, 30, so that would be $55. Guys, I can't even believe that that's a possibility. That just sounds insane. Y'all are crazy, and y'all are amazing for this. Is it going to rain this week in Abilene, Texas? Probably not. Severe weather, we can tell you, is definitely off the cards. You're not going to have to worry about that. But even just rain in general, we're not in a super favorable pattern for the next week in Abilene, Texas. But I will tell you that by the end of April, that could be a somewhat different story here. There's been a signal on many of the models that support, potentially an uptick in activity late this month, early next month in the southern and central plains. But, no, I mean, this week Abilene is going to be A-okay. Again, maybe around the 19th there, we're picking up on a signal on the GFS model for something across the southern plains. But again, you really can't take the specific dates too seriously here because we're forecasting, 200-300 hours out. Just, take note, uptrend in activity here in the southern plains due to all that nice cold, dry air from the Rockies and a big old warm sector out here in the eastern United States. They merge, bad things happen. What's good, Sam? How's it going, bro? It's certainly possible, nyctophobia. Again, Chad, I'm not feeling very well, so there's a good chance that we're not live here for too much longer. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yeah, Zerzy GFS is just now coming in, though, so we can't use it. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yeah, Zerzy, let's get the stream to 50 likes, chat. Like it up if you've not already. We can certainly do that. I'm going to use my ults to like. I don't care if it's cheating. We can certainly do that. I'm going to use my ults to like. I don't care if... Oh, I can hear myself. I'm going to be able to hear myself again in a second. You got a new phone? Sweet. What phone did you get, if you don't mind me asking? I'm making myself money. I'm watching ads on my own channel. Infinite money glitch. I'm so stupid.
Performing on the biggest...
Okay. Didn't realize I was getting Wix ads. Anyway, I guess I don't know why I wouldn't, but anyway, it's not like they promote anything graphic, I guess, but iPhone 13, sweet. If you're talking to me, Mr. Twister, I never had an Android. I don't know if you're talking to me or Sam, though. I've got a 15 Pro Max. Once again, deluge my parents for getting that for me for Christmas last year. Had no phone up until I was 15 years old, and then 15 Pro Max, boom! It's amazing. Alright, see you, Footy. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, they do be doing that, Mr. Twister. Using a 16 Pro Max, that's crazy. I mean, we only got, 8 more months, not even 4 more months or so until the 17 drop, 17 lineup. Horrific flooding here in Owensboro, Kentucky. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Yeah, the Ohio Valley in the Mid-South, huge big-time flooding last week. But still seeing the remnants of it this week in portions of Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, even parts of southern Illinois. Again, around my neck of the woods, I got some pretty crazy flooding footage. I don't know if I'm going to upload it, though, because I've just had so much else to do recently outside of YouTube. But not buying another till the 20. I wonder how long they're going to keep that same style for. Do you genuinely think in, 2035 we're going to be dealing with the iPhone 27 coming out? I don't know, dude. Oh, dang. That's crazy, Matthew. Well, good luck. I could never run a marathon, even when it isn't raining. I can't even talk tonight. Chat, like up the stream if you've not already. We're at 26 likes. That's Riz, Sam. Wait. Can I gift? I already did my... Yep, I already did my membership gifting. Dang it. I thought I could give more memberships, but I was wrong. Yeah, Verizon sucks. I have Verizon. Oh, we have an infinite loop. Not really, though. If I played it, we would. Anyway. Well, chat, again, I would keep going, but I'm feeling like crap. I need to go to sleep. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, huge shout out to everybody for the donuts, specifically Matt, Severe Weather, William, Crazy W. Y'all are goated. Again, thank you all for tuning in as well. Helps just as much, just in a different way. Again, we kept our promise tonight. We're going to continue to do that in the future. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. And I will see you all in the next stream. Okay. So let's wait just a second. Matthew with the $20 donation. W. Matthew in the chat. Let's go. Again, go follow him on TikTok right now if you've not already. He has 90,000 followers on TikTok. Okay, Sam, okay. That is insane, though. Matt, you are goated for that. Thank you so I can't believe I was about to end stream. I'm glad I caught that last second. I was literally about to click the button. Well, anyway, Matt, you were goated. W Matt in the chat again. Go subscribe to his YouTube. He's trying to grow it out. So W Matt in the chat again. Thank you so much, dude. You have no idea how much that helps. Dude, thank you so much, Matthew. You're awesome, bro. Again, just one last time. W everybody in the chat. I don't know how you're not a mod yet, but that's changing the day. Anyway, thank you so much, Matthew. And again, I want to keep going, but we are going to end off now. Because I'm feeling like crap, and I'm probably not going to be able to sit here awake much longer. So, again, thank you all for tuning in. Making sure there's no more donations this time. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, man. I saw that last matches. I appreciate it. Peace.